The following is a presentation of TFNN. Now, your money masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate all you tigers and growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, we have the Dow down 7, Nasdaq's up 4, S&Ps are up 5, gold contract up 3, trading at 1,749. We get silver up 6 cents at 33 bucks. Light sweet crude's up 55 at 92.64. Bonds are down another point at 147.04. King dollar down 44 ticks.
Getting smoked by the Queen.
Oh, that's not getting smoked, man. That's at 79.02. It's doing a Tiger Gartley coming into its low with dramatically lighter volume.
That would make sense because it's got the euro is going to run into some resistance here in the near future. So interesting.
We're going to pull that baby up. Euro up 77 ticks at 131.32, and the yen is down 20 at 78.68.
I think you need to flip your IBJ.
Okay, we will do that. Let's see.
So speaking of the euro, so I got the euro up here on my screen. That's trading out at 131.281 out here. And so, this had made a butterfly sell pattern, folks. Completed that pattern on September the 14th. Made a nice little doji timeout candle there on September the 17th. Traded down, didn't make it to the 0.382. Did run into the neckline resistance area once it had broke through there, and now it is up trading at its highs, and so that is really what it is. That's setting up your Tiger Gartley. I'm sure it's not a Tiger Butterfly that it's going to be working on.
Well, we can find out. We'll see. Let's do this. Shake this out, and let's see what we got here. Actually, hold it. No, one leg. No, it wouldn't be a Tiger Gartley yet. That's interesting, because it's only done one leg yet.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
It's only done one leg. So
well, here I'll give you hope. I'll give you hope.
Oh, no, I don't need hope. I got math.
Yes. Well, I'll give you the math. And so this is the weekly chart. So the weekly chart on the U.S. dollar index says it really wants to run down into the low of. So to me, this says 78.67 would be game. So on the daily chart, that would. Yeah. So it looks to me like that's where it wants to head to. And it looks like it's a high volume low, right?
Well, it is. What you have is this, folks. You're coming into your 12,000 contracts. Well, you're coming into 36,000.
Okay.
And the way the dollar index trades is that most of the volume's already in it for the day.
Yeah. Okay.
The dollar index is real active right off the bat. So, we'll see.
Yeah, so that would be nice. So that's really lining up with everything else that we're seeing here. And that area, held once already as a support level. So
now, when I'm missing my partner Steve here, folks, what we're doing out here, if you have an interest in real estate, folks, so we opened a fund. It's the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund. If you happen to be a qualified investor, you should come over and check it out what we're doing anyway. Come to the front page of TFNN, go under breaking news first,
yes,
and there's a white paper.
Yes.
You can also basically hit the banner and go over to the actual site. But bottom line, folks, is that, housing
what a nice little pump this morning.
It's
now,
heavy,
15%.
15. It's heavy. Now that's the highest level, folks, in 4 years.
That's good.
It starts with 872,000. That is the highest since July of 2008. But what you're going to see that the reality kind of goes like this. If I've learned anything over the past 40 years, the way housing goes, folks, is that every single time folks think it's never going to come back. Well, it always comes back, number one.
Yeah.
But this is what ends up happening. Is that if you think that it's not going to crash again in the future, too, it is.
Right, that's right, yeah, because it's just like it's a market.
Well, it's amazing. So it's amazing.
That's why they call it a housing market.
Yeah.
And a stock market.
And it's always... if I remember one thing, the savings and loans, all the savings and loans went out of business, folks, okay? So if you remember that one, and in fact, up in New Hampshire, there wasn't one bank left. Not one.
Yeah.
Not one bank left, okay? So, bottom line, housing crashes. Now, what ends up happening is that, we think that, hey, it never can come back in. From the highs to the lows in housing, back to the highs, is normally about 12 years.
Yes, okay. I remember you showing me some cycles.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where it's at. So what you have, but it totally makes sense when you put it in just the actual numbers game versus demographics of growing of us going forward.
For sure, yeah. When you start taking like a population,
and
the growth,
then all you have to do is take what the Fed is saying, that they'd like to see 2% inflation. Okay, you don't even need higher than that. 2% inflation puts things to the moon over the course of years, folks. That's what it really comes down to. And then the last part of it, and this is the biggest part. Now, we're not at this part yet. The biggest part is when credit opens up again. So what you have, you absolutely have credit wide open for conventional loans. And conventional loans, folks, go from, you can, depending what part of the country you're in, like 600,000 or less. Okay? 417 everyone can get. And what ends up happening is that you have different generations that are coming on.
Yes, yes.
And what it does, there's no two ways about it. What it does is puts huge amounts of cash into communities. And so once it gets going, everyone forgets, last time they securitized the loans, this time they're going to securitize the loans once again, and we'll see who ends up buying them. But some will end up buying them. It's wild. The whole thing is wild, though. It really is, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got people that are seeking returns. As I said, it's a market. When Tom isn't in here with me doing the Money Masters like yesterday, he's out buying, real estate, which is beautiful.
And buying real estate, folks, at 58, 60 cents, 62 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
Okay. So it gets really interesting. If we look at Lennar this morning, now these home builders, these home builders, big. They've gone up dramatically, but guess what?
They can continue moving up.
They're still,
just spending time, take a look at the stock charts, trying to identify an area for it to pull back to take a stake in it. It's not an easy task.
No, it's not. It's not. And that's...
and they pull back a bit, but they,
And it has to do with less expensive land that they bought. What is happening in Florida right now is that... So this gets interesting. Everyone's talking about jobs, right?
Yes, for sure.
Right now, Lennar came out with a press release yesterday begging people, come on down to Western Florida.
Okay.
They're looking for more help down at the Naples area and all this, right?
Okay.
They can't get enough help.
For construction type work? Okay,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
okay.
Cool.
That's the first I've seen so far.
Yeah.
But that's a big number, folks, because, guess what? People will jump in their trucks and get down there and, get work.
Yeah.
And that's cool. What's neat about that one is that that's a subcontracting level. So what ends up happening, that's all small, independent, people that they say, okay, let's get some action here.
Yeah.
Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, in the world of the markets, folks, Apple is not going anywhere. IBM is, of course, laying on the Dow Industrials. But let's go into the Dow because...
Fighting its way back.
Well, yeah, because something else is, for IBM being down $8, something is strong inside the Dow. Home Depot figures. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
That's good.
So there it goes. Okay. Home Depot's up $1, but Home Depot's the strongest one inside the Dow Industrials today. I don't know what that weighting structure is. Yeah, I know. There's a yin and yang, right?
There is. Yeah,
there's a yin and yang.
And look, at this stage here, IBM is, it's got volume in it for sure. And it's going back off. It's going back after that B point, but right now rejecting that area.
Oh, look at that.
Oh
yeah, she should never have that type of volume right now.
No question. It's got big volume. But fighting it off.
Yeah, she can fight it off all she wants. That type of volume is problematic for IBM. Particularly, so what you have here, folks. The low of today, which is 200.35, has the volume. We'll see that today.
Yeah.
I suspect we're going to see that today. The FTSE and the DAX are not going to give. Well, no, I can't say that. The FTSE is up, isn't it? Interesting.
Yeah, get the FTSE.
And I told them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DAX isn't, but we'll see where this shakes and bakes.
DAX, though, as I take a look at the DAX, I don't see any weak candles out there.
Okay.
So it's and we know that the DAX had some volume up at the highs. So it just seems like it wants to just simply go up there and test it.
No, it can. There's no doubt about that.
And so you almost got kind of a really good situation setting up where you've got the U.S. dollar index pulling back on lighter volume into an area of a swing point, whether it's a weekly or or the daily out there. You've got the DAX that's got a high volume high out there that it wants to go test, and you get the right tests out there. That sets up,
no doubt.
At least a consolidation move.
Well, if you what I'd love you to pay attention to, folks, as all these numbers are coming up. Now, this is the new deal on the press releases on the numbers coming out.
Okay. As far as the top line or the bottom line, or
both.
Okay.
As far as the headwind, okay.
Okay.
Now, what you're going to see it's a dynamic change of how they're basically posturing themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. If you remember. And we've talked about it all the time, okay? I get my king dollar,
yes.
Okay?
Right,
and
right.
The headwinds on these large companies from the king dollar is dramatic, right? Now they've changed their language.
Okay.
And they don't talk about the dollar.
Okay.
They talk about currency headwinds.
Okay.
But guess what?
Okay.
I went into the Coke deal. It was the dollar. I didn't go into the IBM yet. So Coca-Cola, 5%. That's how they put it. Currency fluctuations with the U.S. dollar.
Yeah.
Repatriated
Which is
back.
big.
IBM, same deal. Now, they use the same word, too.
Yeah.
Exact same word, currency fluctuations. What it is specifically, folks, is this, is that when the dollar was going from 121 in 2001 down to 70 in 2008, you could actually lose money on a product and make a fortune on the currency.
Yeah.
Okay? Hey, listen to this. Listen to this. We're going to switch gears. We're going to stay with the currency for a second. This is going to blow your mind, folks. This blew my mind. Okay, where's your Japanese shirt?
I'll wear it tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll get my yen shirt.
So check this out. This is amazing because you were in Japan.
Yes.
When the yen, was king, and the Japanese, I mean, they could go anywhere in the world,
That's right? Absolutely.
And buy everything,
and they were,
right?
and they did. And it wasn't not that they could, they were.
They did.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we've been talking, depending on how long you've been listening to us, folks, right? About even 7 months ago, you know, you were saying that, hey, listen, you should
best trade out. One of the best trades out there was the yen for some other hard asset.
Right. Well,
absolutely.
guess
like
what?
Real estate.
Guess. So we had SoftBank.
Yes. Okay. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
He's buying Sprint.
Okay. Right.
Now
70%.
Yeah. So watch how this deal goes. This deal, folks, it's $20.1 billion.
Okay.
Okay. U.S. dollars. Right. So first he has to transfer.
And he's made some pretty smart moves in the past.
Listen to this one. This one's really one of the smartest moves he's ever going to make. Okay. So watch this. Yeah, you stay
That's
right
why I
there.
was discounting the stories the night before because I was like, well, wait a minute here. This guy's a smart cookie here.
When you see what he did, folks, okay, we're going to walk you through it, and it is dynamite, man. It is unbelievable. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Don't forget, folks, Steve's doing a workshop. All the details on the front page of TFNN.com. We're going to be right back.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Wealth Management. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportions of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what an asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Wealth Management financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, LLC. Member SIPC.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at directionshares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
80% of traders fail because they don't know when to get in or out of a market, and all because no one taught them how to read the signs. You see, the stock market has a universal language called Japanese candlesticks, and each day, the buyers and sellers, the bulls and bears, go to work and build signs. This language has been around for thousands of years, and it's easy to learn. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters Show, and I'm a master sign builder. Download my free report, Candlesticks, The Speed of Trust, on the homepage of TFNN.com for one of the best-kept candlestick secrets. I'll also be conducting an online course Friday, October 19th, to teach you the language of the market's sign builders. You'll learn the best entry and exit techniques and strategies that will create extraordinary rewards. The course will be archived so you can review it as many times as you like, because trading or investing without learning this language is like running a red light. It's an accident waiting to happen, and there's no airbags or seatbelts. All the details are on the homepage of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate all you tigers and tigresses growling and prowling out here with us. We have the Dow Industrials down 16, Nasdaq's up 3, S&Ps are up 4, and we're talking about SoftBank, folks. He's going to take over 70% of Sprint. So this is what the deal goes. The deal is $20.1 billion.
Yes.
And you're going to love this, though. He's leveraging $19 billion.
Yes.
$19 billion.
Yes.
Okay. So picture it, folks. He's transferring yen to U.S. dollars, number one. Okay. Buying a U.S. company.
Yes.
Smart beyond belief.
Absolutely.
Okay. So
absolutely.
now let's just go over for a second, okay, and just look at the yen, okay? Because what you're going to see is that, the yen right now is at 78, 76, okay? The yen, as far as I'm concerned, has a long-term change of trend, okay?
Yes.
Now, watch what ends up happening here. I'm going to bring this back because we know what the number is. The number is what, 79.84? No, it's something close. It's that 1994 level, right? Once it's back inside that, let me pull it up.
Right. I've got a...
Okay.
You got to pull up your chart because I've got something corrupted in my file.
Yeah, so it's... look at this. Oh, my God. Okay, so it's only 1 point higher. It's 79.75.
Yes.
Once you're back inside there, folks, that's a false break downtown. And that's saying, hey, guess what? A dead cat bounce can bring it to... 100,
huge.
120,
Yeah,
150.
That's right.
Okay? So picture what ends up happening. All the yen has to do, okay, let's say in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
The yen let's say the yen goes to $1. It goes to $1.50. Well, guess what? He just made.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Okay?
Yeah.
He just made, basically, he'd pay back like $10 billion versus 20.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's the first part.
Yeah.
The second part gets bigger, though, okay? So picture this. Because... You've been talking about it because I know I've been raising money, and
yes.
There is money that's come in overseas, and
yes.
it's shop money, and that's exactly where the deal is going.
Yes,
you know what I mean? They're
sure.
taking a strong currency. They like the idea of real estate, and they're putting it into real estate, and they're putting it in the fund. Okay,
yes.
So check this out. This is the kicker. This is the real kicker. Japan is, I wouldn't, a closed society is the wrong deal, right? But government-wise, right?
Yes.
It's very controlling, right?
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Well, I'd say that that represents the entire country.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Just the whole culture.
So guess what? You know, we get calls all the time, and all you hear is that China, right?
Yes.
Is our largest creditor, right?
Yes. Oh, Japan is right up there.
Listen to this. 1.15 trillion is China. 1.14 trillion.
Yeah.
Okay, is Japan?
Yeah.
If Japan does what they did last month, they're going to overtake China as our largest creditor.
Okay.
So now watch.
Yeah.
What, folks? This is huge.
Yeah, I know you're setting up the trade.
So watch.
Which is pretty cool.
Watch how this goes. The guy from SoftBank, they're totally connected. Remember, it's his father.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You get his father. You know, government, business, they're all connected. What do they call them? Remember all the car companies together. What do they call them? I mean, they're interconnected. All those companies, right?
Okay.
There's a word that they use over there that Toyota had part of Sony. And to make a long story short, my take goes like this: Japan is not only fueling up on our treasuries, they're going to buy more treasuries, and they're smart because they know what they're going to do. They're buying U.S. assets, and this time they're buying U.S. assets with a strong yen versus what they did last time.
Yes, okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
and last time they get burned. And, you know, the bottom line is that, you have a...
But it ends up being converted to Indian yen. They end up
making a fortune.
Making money. That's right.
Making a fortune. And
now
the real kicker is
that's the beauty.
The government has been trying to do it, right?
Yeah.
Now they're going to get industry together with it at the same point. I mean, it's a trip. We'll watch how the whole thing shakes out, but that's my larger take. So you get the industry doing it, you get the government doing it, you put it together, and guess what? You're going to get cash flow businesses. You're going to get hard assets. And
I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but you're a pretty smart guy.
Oh, you're too much. Thanks.
Really?
No. I mean, so check this out though. This is what's really cool. So now let's picture that you get. You know, everyone keeps saying that. At some point, someone's not going to buy our debt, and that's the Armageddon comes.
Yeah, right.
Well, guess what? What are they going to do? Okay, so picture when you really think of fiat money, folks. Fiat money is nothing. Okay, and what happens is that all money is just a means to buy something, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, okay, I start thinking about this. I says, okay, the reason that the interest rates keep going so low, too, is that every one of these people everyone has fiat money.
Yes.
And so they're saying, hey, what are they going to do with it? Well, guess what? Why not put it into treasuries? Because they know they're going to get it back. It doesn't mean you're going to get the same buying power back, but you're going to get it back.
Yeah, when you have the ability to do things in different currencies, that's a whole different play.
It is.
That's a totally different play.
It is. Well, particularly what they're doing is buying hard assets, which is the smartest thing in the world.
Yeah.
With Sprint, the hard asset is the wires that you can't see. Huge.
Yeah.
There's only so many wires, folks.
Don't understand what
airwaves.
Yeah.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. We have the Dow down 4, NASDAQ up 4, S&P's up 5.5.
You've heard Tom O'Brien on the air, and you've seen him on Tiger TV, as well as being featured as a regular CNBC guest and contributor. And now you can have access to his expert trading advice each morning through his daily trading newsletter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading stocks, options, and indices every market day. Market Insights comes out each market day before 9:30 a.m. and provides traders with Tom's daily commentary, opinion, and specific trade recommendations on the markets. Using advanced Fibonacci methods, volume indicators, Gartley patterns, candlestick charting, gaps, and market timing, Market Insights will give you specific trade recommendations including entry, stop, and exit prices. The summer is over and traders are back. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now. TFNN and Great Panther Silver have teamed up for another exciting silver giveaway. The Great Panther Silver Halloween giveaway will be taking place at the end of October, and for 3 full days, we'll be giving away silver coins and bars every hour from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. to one lucky winner randomly chosen. There's no purchase necessary. For more information and to fill out your registration form today, simply visit the front page of TFNN.com where you'll find all the details. October 29th, 30th, and 31st, we'll choose one lucky winner that will receive a silver coin or bar courtesy of Great Panther Silver. Winners will be announced live on the air each hour for 3 full days. Don't miss out on this great opportunity to win free silver from TFNN and Great Panther Silver. Register today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com, and for more information on Great Panther Silver, you can click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex, symbol GPL, or on the Toronto Stock Exchange, symbol GPR. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, you get Coca-Cola up 20 cents. You get Caterpillar up 85. Marbell's up 37. Big Blue's the number down here. Big Blue's down 9.26. We have Oxy up 69. Now, it's going to get interesting. Let's see. I believe tomorrow Google that's after the close. Okay, so Google right now is up $4. And I believe that's just approaching, again, I think this is that 748 number. That
on the weekly chart?
Yeah,
that's swing point?
That's where that break top side was. And so it's 747.24. That's the number.
Google usually has volatility around earnings time.
Oh, baby. Huh? Huge volatility. No two ways about it. Hey, talk to me about your workshop.
One of the most fantastic workshops, I think, that
you've been working your butt off. No doubt about that.
And you know, which we enjoy doing.
Right.
You know, and I was so eager and so grateful to be able to share the buying and selling of the D point because workshop because it really taught a lesson to folks that if they just simply use that one tool.
Right.
And that led me into also what I was when I was showing them how to pull the trigger on those trades.
Right.
You know, which is really all about candlestick charting. And a lot of times, there's a lot of information out there on candlestick charting, but really just defines what they are.
Well, here
doesn't show how to use them to trade with.
And this is what the big difference is, folks. The big difference is there's plenty of folks that do technical analysis that don't trade versus trading.
That's right.
And what happens is you find out a lot more.
You absolutely do. Whenever your skin's in the game.
You sit there, and say, okay, hold it. Now, what just happened there? Do you know what I mean? And there's a huge difference.
No question. And so, the thing that I enjoy, well, first of all, there's nothing like being able to take a look at a chart and identify fear and turn that into strength, as well as strength, to do the reverse.
That's right.
Because that is so helpful to be able to understand. And that's what any trader, investor wants to know. when to get in, when to get out,
no doubt,
and how to be able to, use some signals out there.
No doubt.
So, and then the other element is, what you and I do, it's just kind of becomes more second nature for you than for me, but, the continued more hours. I went and tallied the number of hours that I've actually put in since I started doing the radio shows, because now doing the radio shows, I was forced to even hone my skills even more so to be able to communicate more clearly, more accurately to folks out there.
Right.
And so for me, it's always been about how can I teach everything that's within me, where there's thousands of hours, to somebody in a period of maybe 6 hours or 7 hours, whatever the workshop ends up being total time. How can I take all that information to truly compress it so that they understand it? Because when you do that, you're basically you're saving an individual, first of all, time, which is you can't replace. But, just equate that to dollars. It's massive amounts of, just that education and that's really what I focus on. That's why so much of my time is, even in the off breaks, I talk about, I spend time trying to identify, how am I going to correlate what it is I want to express so that somebody the light bulb goes off quicker. To me, that's really what it's all about. It's not regurgitating just information out here. It is really how you can use it and apply it. And so
that's it. That's the key.
And so I am so eager to do this workshop. Plus, I'm going to show those folks that attend the little tool that I showed you that really opens your eyes up. So it's just simply going to be a fantastic work. It is not just about, hey, this is a bullish and golf.
Now, is it this Friday?
It's this Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah, this Friday. So
this Friday.
You're going to be pulling some double duty or somebody.
Double duty on Friday.
You'll be, I think, just be buying houses. For a couple of hours on Friday. So it's just simply, it's going to be and the thing is that what is so cool about candlestick charting, when you really, really get into it, you step back, you take a look at it, how much information is actually released to you on a continuous basis for you to be able to make decisions and make them, without fear.
That's right.
No doubt. And it applied to all of the trading techniques.
And when you see what he came up with, folks, it's amazing, okay? And come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right on the front page. Take the time out, folks. You're going to be happy you did. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So,
I don't let anybody go home unhappy. No way.
No, you never do.
So
you never do, by the way. Let me tell you something, folks. No matter where, and in fact, the last workshop that we did with Nadex, right?
Yes.
I had people coming up to me saying, I just can't believe the amount of work that Steve does on his newsletter. And I says, I absolutely agree. And let me tell you something. My own son says to me, he looks at me saying, hey, do you see Steve's newsletter? No, I'm not kidding, folks. I'm totally not kidding. He's saying, well, you be doing more stuff in it. No, he doesn't. And you're going to tell I'll tell you,
I love it.
Tommy runs the company, folks, and he doesn't mess around. He doesn't mess around with me either. No, it's seriously. And he's right. And that's the reality. It really is.
Well, look, when you started this whole, when you built this empire here, you're out there educating people on a continuous basis.
Right. No doubt. Right.
Right. And that's look, a leader isn't about how many followers they have. A leader is about how many leaders they can create.
Yeah.
And that's what really, when we do these workshops, whether it's Nadex, whether it's what I'm doing on Friday or anything else, to me, that's what it's all about. I don't need a subscriber for life. What I want is somebody else to go out there and teach their friends, their family, their children, or what have you.
No doubt.
That's what I'm after.
That's a fact, folks. And folks, that's in any business. I worked with this guy. Guy's name's Bill Meister in Boston, okay? And this is when I was doing the bonds. This is 1980, right?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, this guy was absolutely amazing. Out of this one shop, okay, now we were partners, but he had about maybe 20, 30 people that were working for him.
Yeah.
Out of that one shop came about 10 different, same businesses, but 10 different people that went off and did.
Which is great.
It was amazing. It was amazing watching it. I mean, we were ball kids then. Do you know what I mean? But it was really cool watching it. It really was.
Well, I've run businesses. The last one that I started, we turned into a really large business, small business.
Yes, right.
And it was operating in the retail stores and theme parks. And so the employees that we were hiring, just simply when you take a look at the rent that I had to pay, the parks and everything, and just simply work out the economics. Right. I knew that the staff that we were hiring, this was not a career for them. This was nothing more than a stepping stone. I knew that. I expressed that to them.
Sure.
And I said, if you allow myself and the others that I've surrounded myself with to teach you these tools, and you use this as a stepping stone, and you show up each day to really do the best that you can do. We both understand this as a stepping stone. This is going to take you further faster than anything else that you can do. So what I want you to do is I want you to show up for work, and I want you to really think of this
immerse yourself
as
in it.
because you know what we're and it's the way conducting themselves and approaching people. How was it they were offering our wares? It's just the whole bit. And that made what happened was, because you got to understand, I'm operating retail stores with a Disney employee next to me. So in order to have that privilege, that meant my employee had to be not just better, 10 times better than that person.
Wow.
And Disney would always come up and say, where do you get these people?
That's cool.
How do you, because they're working for basically the same amount of money.
I'm with you.
Less benefits, because, Disney would have more benefits than I could really throw at them.
Right. And it's not Disney. They're working, Disney's
that's
Disney.
Right.
Yeah,
okay?
right. Interesting.
But the reality was, it wasn't just about the benefits and the money. It was about everybody there on that same plane. They were not there as now they loved Disney and working in the environment, but most of them, it wasn't a career. It was a way to earn an income and move on to something else. And that's what we really wanted to, that's what we did teach them.
Right.
And that's, and so I use that same, look, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So that was the way I did it with those folks. That's the way I do it inside the workshops and do it here on the radio. And and you're a great leader to be able to, to exemplify that to folks. So that's cool.
It's where it's at.
Yeah.
It's where it's at, folks. Life is a mystery to be lived, not a problem to be solved. That's it, man. I mean, because it flies, and you might as well have fun. And you know what I thank God I not only learned it, but I did it. You have to do exactly what you want to do. Let me tell you something, folks. Once, it's really interesting, too, because what happens is that if you do exactly what you want to do, you'll stay out of bad deals most of the time, and because when you get those carrots that are pushed in front of you, most of the time, a lot of those carrots get poison on them. No, it is really funny. And, that's an experience, too, but the reality is that's kind of like the reality. You know what I mean? So it's like,
So we didn't talk about, because we weren't together yesterday, Pandit.
Oh, yeah.
And, quick, immediate, adios, amigos.
Adios, amigos.
Yeah.
And, the Pandit, he made out like a bandit. That's the bottom. So here, what they
he made a ton of money when he sold his company originally to Citibank, and he sold that for $800 million. Now, I don't know what.
And they wrote it all off.
Did they really?
This is the biggest gaffe in the world.
See, I didn't know that element of it.
Folks, they should have canned him right at the very beginning. Okay, so picture what he did. They bought his hedge fund. And within a year and a halall, they closed the hedge fund. And they made him the CEO. So picture, you got all the cash, you put it in your pocket, you're CEO, Citigroup, forget it.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a replay of the same deal. Him and the other guy, they've been together for years.
Yeah.
They were together at Morgan Stanley. They've been together at the hedge fund. The other guy that quit, they're opening another fund again.
That's what they're going to do for sure. But what I did when I came on the air, because, everybody was looking for all of this, whys or what have you.
Right.
I just went back to the stock chart. I said, well, look, folks, the role of the CEO, it's really simple. When you run a public company, your responsibility is to your shareholders. That's who you work for, and it's all about the stock price. And when you went back to when he took over December 11th, 2007, took a look at the value of the stock versus where it was at yesterday, it was pretty much a no-brainer decision. And finally I saw something on CNBC that was out there measuring the performance of Citi versus others and the value loss.
58% less. Exactly.
Yeah. And so it was really kind of a no-brainer with regard to performance.
No doubt. No doubt. And they still got huge problems, by the way, folks. Now, the sickest thing, and this is where I think it's a huge problem and this is where investor confidence comes in, is that the board totally screwed the deal up too, because picture what ends up happening, folks, is that they're having a big problem with investor confidence, and they should, because between management basically taking companies south, meaning not leaving anything for the shareholders. What they should have done, they were going to do it, is that simultaneously they should have came out with the numbers and canned them.
Yeah.
Okay. Versus coming out with the numbers, sucking people into the stock, and then canning them, because then you have a you got a trust factor. You got a trust factor. Huge, absolutely huge. And that's the market's problem right now, and it will continue to be the market's problem until they can basically somehow break There's down, and, CEOs aren't raiding companies for $50, $100 million at a point.
Yeah.
When you think about that, folks, people are used to it right now. That's insane. It's like, let me tell you something. That's not normal, okay?
Yes.
And now it's normal in the markets, okay? That's shareholder money. That's like, oh,
Right.
really?
Right.
So you're worth $100 million, and the stock just went from 20 to 10. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that's what has to be cleaned up. Definitely has to be cleaned up. So we'll see where it shakes and bakes.
Bonds. So bonds. Now, look, bonds are doing. When I take a look at bond chart.
Larry threw the life jacket back at me.
No, he's just. Well, if he did, I think he should just put it in storage.
Oh, hold it. Now, listen, I may have a godly line up with this. It's going to have to go down a lot further, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's to me. I take a look at it. It's just really running into its trend line. It's been hopping in between a rising trend line.
Thank God.
Okay, which has been tested now a couple of times. Going all the way back into the March 2012 timeframe. And now the bad news is it's been making lower highs.
Yeah.
So, but I really think, to me, it looks like all bonds are going to maybe do here is just trade to that apex.
It's going to need a lot more volume, that's for sure. It's breaking a swing point today, and it doesn't look like it's going to have the volume. The swing point is 376,000 contracts, and we have 219 right now, and you're going into 513.
Yeah.
So
I think the way. So, anyways, it's. With bonds being down as much as they are, the market really not having moved that much.
That's right. That's divergence.
Now you also got where the dollar is trading up so low, and the metals haven't moved.
Yeah, I know.
Much.
I know. And they moved down. See this dollar right now?
Yeah.
This dollar wants to reject the lows again right now. Right now, right here. Let's go put that gold contract up, see what we have out here. Okay, so gold, folks, what it did is this. It traded at its highs 21 days and couldn't break topside. What does it do? And this is where the yin and the yang, you always want to line up on both sides. Then it came off the highs with volume on the way down. Guess what? Going downtown. 173,000 contracts on the way down. Yesterday, you did 106,000. We're at 73 right now. This is an ABC down. It's going to build cause to get under the breakout point from Ben Bernanke.
Yes.
And that's going to be serious business on gold.
I agree.
That's at 1720, folks. And you break that, you're going to see basically
I agree. That's where the line is really drawn in the sand there.
Yeah.
Can they break Uncle Ben's back?
Right. And I'll tell you, the more that I'm even thinking of fiat currencies, and this gets really interesting, particularly, folks, because we're in the gold market heavily, caught gold. But the more I'm looking at fiat currencies, I'm saying to myself, this is interesting. You got to remember something, that gold is not the only hard asset. And so this is about hard assets. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But it's swapping fiats for hard assets, and hard assets that can generate income, that can park money, all of the above. So it's wild. Yeah. It really is. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Dow's flat, Nasdaq's up 6, S&Ps are up 7. We're going to be right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb, he made it better. As the fourth most prolific inventor, Edison found that most people failed because they failed to realize how close they were to success before they gave up. Success requires a few disciplines, practice each day. When it comes to trading and investing, one of those disciplines is understanding and acknowledging the language of the markets. For centuries, Japanese candlestick charting has unlocked the hidden treasures of the language of the bulls and the bears, the buyers and the sellers. Candlestick charting is a tool, not a trading system. Candlesticks tell you when to enter, when to exit, and identify the risk and reward for every trade. Candlesticks identify market turns before they happen. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, and on Friday, October 19th, I'll be conducting an online one-day course teaching you the secrets of Japanese candlestick charting. Go to the homepage at TFNN.com and sign up today, because candlesticks will make you a better trader.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, we get the Dow down 8.5. S&Ps are up 4.5. We got the S&Ps are actually up 5.5. The NASDAQ comp is up 4.5. And don't forget, you stay right there, folks. We're going to go going from here. Newton, Massachusetts with Basil Chapman, then Dallas, Texas, Darryl Martin, Ken Shreve out in California, and then back here from 4 to 6. And, of course, this week, I guess for the week, there's 250 out of 500 companies coming out of the S&P 500. Yeah. That's a big number, man.
When I pulled up just this morning's earnings calendar, to figure out what I might want to take a look at, compared to yesterday, the growth was exponential, and it just keeps getting that way.
No doubt.
So much so that it's really on my software, it's too hard to keep track of all at one time.
So Amazon's at 25th. Amazon's setting up a small ABC down. This is going to get interesting here, watching this this deal. Look at that. So what you have, folks, it's not that, now this is subtle, but bottom line is that you came off, well, first you had low volume at the highs. Now, Amazon's had a great run, okay? So a normal retracement would be a normal retracement. But, you had a little juice coming off the high. We had 3 million, 3.9.
Yeah.
Yesterday you go up on 2.2, and today you're going to be doing 2.3, and you already rejected higher price. So, and Jeff Bezos, the thing that is really cool, he's a trip, because what happens, with his numbers all the time, what he does, folks, is this. Picture this. He goes through streaks, and he'll just spend.
Yeah.
And then, if he doesn't spend, for 2 or 3 days, his money piles up. There's so much money that comes in. It does. When you actually look at the numbers, and I'm exaggerating 2 or 3 days, but if he doesn't spend for 6 weeks, all of a sudden he's got so much cash that's insane. So, and you never know what he's going to do on the number, meaning you don't know in a quarter.
When do they come out with earnings? The
25th.
The 25th, okay.
And that's what you don't know. And people get 25th after the market.
Yeah.
So you just don't know how many warehouses more did he go? What did
That's right.
How much did he spend?
And what is he going to do? Because some of it is, so coming into the holiday season, hard to believe, but it's going to be here. It's going to be here before we know it. We're going to be talking about a Santa Claus rally before we know it.
Listen to this, okay, folks. You're going to love this, okay? At my house right now, almost every other day when I come home, guess what?
Oh, really?
There's packages from where?
Really? With a smiley face?
The smile.
I love it.
Angie's out there, okay? Bottom line, last week I come home and there's 8 separate packages, all big packages. Not big, but
that's good.
They weren't from me.
Oh, okay.
They were all for our friends, though.
Okay.
But, it's amazing. So check this out. Let's see. I can't say what it is right now because a couple of them could be listening. But anyway, it's really wild. I mean, when you think about the amount of commerce that is, done now like that, it's huge. Because it's time, and before we always had to go somewhere and do something like that.
Right.
Now you walk home, they're sitting in the courtyard, and you bring them in the house, and you're off to the races.
I like that.
It's pretty wild, man. It really is.
I like it too.
It
just makes can make time just so much more efficient.
Yeah,
Boom,
and you can find what you want at a less expensive price.
Yeah,
and that's a big number.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it's a big number.
So you got Amazon doing well. You got Walmart doing well.
Yeah, now that's
and we know it broke that long term right going back from 1995. So it
does, and it's $5 over that price point right now. So that is a big number. Microsoft. Let's take a Microsoft. One of the Tigers just wants to know it's an ABC down. That's just a consolidation. It does want to go after that $28 down there. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. We do appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next. And don't forget about Steve's Workshop, folks. Come over to our website at TFNN. Sign up right now. Basil's going to be right with you.
Have a great day, folks.